All right. So the next story.
Yeah,
Have you
boy.
seen this?
I have.
I just tickled me so much that I just had to put this in here. So I'll give you the backstory. It has to do with the NBA playoffs, right? So Ja Morant is like the super sensational player for the Memphis Grizzlies. And I'm not telling you this, Decum, for the
Right.
people who may not
Tell the
watch sports.
audience. Yeah.
Right, right. So he's the superstar player for the Memphis Grizzlies. I think second year in the league,
Young.
high flying, sensational, for all intents and purposes. He's one of the future faces of the NBA, right?
Yep.
So he's in the NBA playoffs, the second round with the Golden State Warriors. They beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was a major, intricate part of them advancing to the second round, right? So along with him comes his father, who has been at the games,
Yep.
and not only at the games, really like
He's a
living,
celebrity in his own right now.
being a celebrity in his own right. A lot of people say living vicariously through his kid, so he gets to rub elbows with all the celebrities. Case in point, one time he was sitting next to Usher, and they have the same body structure, they have the same facial
Yeah,
features.
the game before, someone was like, "Oh, I thought that was Usher." Next thing
Right,
you know,
right.
Usher pops up, and now it's a moment.
Right, right. So that's a moment with him. He's this newfound celebrity, but you can tell he's very into it. He's very supportive of his
Son.
son, and is reaping the rewards of having a superstar celebrity son,
Son.
right?
Yeah.
So, a lot of people, have comments about that because he's very, like for instance, when they played against the Golden State Warriors the first game, even though the Warriors beat his son, the Memphis Grizzlies, you could see his father on the sidelines kind of chatting it up with Stephen Curry and what's the other why has his name escaped me? The other Splash brother, Klay
Oh,
Thompson.
Klay Thompson.
You can see
And
him talking
in
to
the previous series, it was Karl Anthony Towns' dad. So the dads kind of got a little
right.
friendly. It's nothing like negative, a little friendly rivalry going with their sons for
Right.
each
He's sitting
series.
next to the father, sitting next to Usher. He's sitting next to Gucci Mane. He's sitting next to
Yeah.
all these. He's living the life, right?
He's
Because his
living the life.
son is this NBA superstar, right?
Yeah.
So people have stuff to say. So, um, um, Aubrey, what is his name?
Drake.
Drake. Well, I couldn't think of his name. Anyway, so Drake, he's a big basketball fan. He ride or die with the Toronto Raptors. He's always
For
at
a
the
bunch of teams,
games.
honestly.
We say
For a bunch of teams, honestly. He kind of he
he's a
hops a
sport.
bit.
He reps Toronto, but he is a heavy NBA fan. So he
And he has a
does
lot of famous players that are friends, so he
right,
goes up for
right,
them too.
right. So he was kind of commenting on the people who are commenting on John Morant's father, saying, "Hey, why are you rubbing elbows with all these celebrities? You living
Hater.
vicariously through your son. Go have a seat somewhere," basically, right?
Mhm.
So
Call him
Drake kind of
LeVar Ball. Would he get? He's the furthest thing from LeVar Ball.
right. Anyway, people got stuff to say.
Of
So
course.
Drake jumps in and says, he puts a tweet out that says, imagine your son makes the league, or he's Morant, or Melo, or Lonzo Ball. Again, you made mention to the
LeVar.
fact that their father, has been all in
Their
the
business.
forefront,
Yeah.
kind of supporting his sons, right? All you can do is be elated and competitive and over supportive. And I think it's a rite of passage that the OGs talk shit. I know I'm gonna be this way, even if my son is a Rubik's cube in a Rubik's cube competition. So he's making fun of the fact that yeah, I got a son, and even if
But I
he's
don't
just
know what
off
he
doing
do.
something stupid, I'm his
Yeah.
father. I'm gonna support him
I'm a
100%,
big of
right?
him. Yep.
So that's his stance on it. It's like relax.
It's
The
fun
kids
and
are
games.
superstars. Their
Yeah.
parents should relish in the fact, and they should
They're
support
enjoying
them.
it. Yeah.
Right, support them 100%. Right. So this is where the story gets interesting,
This is
which
where it takes a turn.
which people love the social media because of the um
Proximity.
not the proximity, yes, the proximity that they have to these celebrities. people, these celebrities can get on the internet, get on social media, get on Twitter and say something, and people who follow them, whether they love them, whether they hate them, can have that access, right?
Mhm.
So a commenter in response to Drake putting out that comment, this guy says, yeah, your son probably plays with ghostwriters, right? That doesn't make any sense to the uninitiated,
Knock
but
on Drake, yeah.
right, Drake, it's been rumored, been alleged, been kind of an unwritten acknowledgement that Drake doesn't write all
All
100%
of
of
his
his own
yeah.
rhymes, which in the hip hop community, that's kind of like a thing, right?
And especially these days, it's not that big of a deal. Now
It's not
back
that big of a
old
deal
school,
in
it was
general,
like, yeah,
right? But like the purists of hip hop,
yeah.
that's a thing. So that's kind of been a thing with him, Drake,
A knock on Drake.
right, right. That he's kind of had this thing over him, right? So the guy is using that to poke at Drake.
Twitter fingers.
The problem with that is the
Drake is petty.
proximity you have to some of these celebrities, if and when they choose to respond to you. What a lot of people do is they'll tweet at these celebrities crazy stuff, whether in support of or if you're just being a troll, right? Never in their wildest dreams they think that these celebrities are going to respond, right?
Mhm.
I've seen stories of people tweeting at celebrities about a product that they're creating or a business venture that they're doing, and the celebrity responds, and then now all of a sudden they get all these sales, they got this
Mhm.
newfound fame,
Yeah.
they've got all this new virality, their post goes viral. Everybody, that's a positive thing that can happen if you tweet at a celebrity, right? What it
It
can
could go
also
either way.
happen if you talking crazy to a celebrity like this dude did, they also can respond, and you can get that same virality for different reasons. And to
Not for the
take
good part.
it a step further, Drake is known as a ladies' man. He's known as this, he's got all these women fans, and he's kind of made a name for himself as a ladies' man, right?
I'll steal your girl type deal.
So your boy, Drake, and this is why I'm petty like this, because I would have did the same thing. You gonna talk about my son? You gonna talk about my family? Oh, okay, game on. So Drake responds to this dude and said, I just followed your girl because she's probably miserable and needs some excitement in her life. Not only does he say that,
He actually does
he actually follows her,
it.
and then to take it a step further, he DMs her and says, hey, I'm here for you. I'm paraphrasing. I'm here for you if you need the shoulder to cry on, whatever the case may be. So as a result of that, this dude's mentions are in shambles, and
And she's
all
gotten like 3,000 new followers because of
yeah,
this,
his
and
wife has
she's
got 3,000
gorgeous.
new followers.
She's
She
gorgeous.
Right. She's definitely a knockout. Definitely somebody that you could see Drake actually kind of talking
Kinda
to.
bagging.
Right. So her Twitter followers goes up. She gets in on I guess, the fun and says, my husband, the guy who did the crazy tweet, decides to be a troll. And now Champagne Poppy, who's Drake's Twitter handle or social media handle, thinking I need excitement in my life. And she does the big eyes and then the
Mhm.
laugh thing. Right. Well, that's funny. Ha ha ha. But as a man who has another dude, let alone a celebrity, let alone Drake, in my
Who's
in my
super
wife's
rich.
right, in my
He could
wife's
have her.
mention,
He could take her and and they have 2 little girls.
right,
He'll
right,
take your whole
right.
family, man.
That's a
All over a
whole
Twitter
nother
comment.
level of ha 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 that I don't want to play with, right? Whether I'm secure in my marriage or not, whether I am secure about our relationship or not. The last thing I want is a celebrity playboy in my wife's DMs saying, hey girl, if you ever need somebody to talk to, holla at your
I'm
boy.
here for you.
I'm gonna feel some kind of way. So again, like I said, if somebody I'm petty like that, this is where I would go, because men's egos are super duper fragile.
Yes.
So
Can't take a lot.
the boyfriend He's all in Twitter trying to, defend
Save
himself. And
face. Yeah, he's fighting for his life
yeah, he's out here
in these
fighting for his
comments
life, trying to fend off all of these people commenting on the fact that Drake
and
is in your
clowning
wife's
the hell out
mentions.
of him. I mean, he is being
So
clowned
all that to
all
say,
up and down the timeline.
yeah, so I thought it was hilarious because again, like I mentioned, I'm petty like this, and it's like if you're going to talk about my son, if you're going to talk about my family, then all is fair in love and
It's
war.
fair. Your family's fair game too.
Right, right, right. So I just thought it was interesting, and to a bigger point, again, these celebrities, these influencers, athletes, entertainers, whatever the case may be, they are people too, and
Mhm.
whether they admit it or not, they are reading these tweets, these posts. If they are not reading them, somebody on their team is not reading them, and if somebody on their team is not reading them, you better believe there are
The
other
fans.
people, fans reading them and tweeting
Have you
at
seen
them.
this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? And once it gets to
Exactly.
that level, I was like, okay, let me go see what's going on.
Right. So they see these tweets. So be careful about what you say and
And
who
who
you
you
say
saying
it
to?
to, because you could be on the right side and shoot your shot
Mhm.
and get a product placement, or have a celebrity wear your t-shirt, or have them wear one of your apparel, or
Shout you out,
shout
something,
you out
anything.
to all their millions of fans.
Yeah.
Or you could have a dude in your baby mama's DMs. So be careful.
Because the one guy, the link that you put in the show notes, he's just talking about it. He has over 200,000 likes
Right, because
for just
he's a
talk
third
because he just
party.
posted it. He
He
just posted the conversation.
with screenshots of some other dude, and he's now getting all these
He's
likes and
viral
mentions and retweets. So be careful.
because you could
You-
be out here on Front Street just fighting for your life.
right, right,
You got to
right.
tweet through it, man. Just tweet through it.
Yeah, yeah. Just be careful. You can't trolls. People have been trolling forever, and they troll these celebrities because they
It's easy.
are. I don't want to call them easy targets, but
To say that.
It's considered punching down if
Mhm.
a celebrity who's got all this fame, who's got all this influence.
Before it was considered punching down. Now it's kind of normal.
Well, I'm just saying in general, right?
Oh yeah,
Because you think that the celebrity's got better things to do than argue with a troll on the internet, right?
they
Um,
got time.
apparently, apparently it's not. We've seen. I remember probably one of the first people that I can remember doing is Rihanna.
Oh, she was a menace,
she used
and
to
it was
shoot
great.
back at some of
She
those
was a
internet
menace.
trolls. But I
Trolls
think
and other celebrities.
right,
She was a
and
menace, and I love her.
right, and I think a lot of people assume that these celebrities won't do it because a lot of them don't. You think of your Beyoncés, you think of some of these, you think of some of this like the super duper celebrities like Drake, love him or hate him, listen to his music or
But
not.
these younger ones, these younger celebrities, these millennials celebrities, they out here with these fingers ready.
Right. So again, don't assume that these celebrities are so busy that they don't pay attention to what's going on social media, because like you mentioned,
They
these
do.
young kids, they got the pulse. They
Yeah,
know how to use social media to their influence versus some of these older celebrities. They may have a
yeah,
whole team around them.
right.
They may not even touch their smartphone because
Yeah,
they got people answering the phone, setting up stuff, managing stuff, yada yada yada. These young ones coming in here, they get
they
off
got time.
they get off the court, they get off stage, they get off the video, and then sitting there on their phone, just like you, on the couch, on Twitter.
Or in between shoots or shots or in the recording studio while they're waiting for something. They just
Right,
like sitting around like, what's going on? What everybody talking about? And you'll see it sometime on social media. It'll be celebrities like, you know what? I'm in between shoots. What y'all talking about? Just to
right,
kind of
right.
see, just to kind of check the pulse of the timeline. And then it just goes into a thing. So, like you said, be careful whose nest you kind of rile up. You
Yeah,
might not want
and just and don't, I see it all the time with some of these like LeBron James, for example. He could get on there and say it's Taco Tuesday, and it'd be like, "Oh, you ain't never gonna be better than Michael Jordan." What does that got to do with Taco Tuesday?
this man just wants some tacos.
Right. But people tweet at people like LeBron James because they assume that, oh, he ain't gonna comment, or
Mhm.
what they think is gonna happen is they're gonna get some kudos and some
Traction
likes and
from
some
other people,
retweets
yeah.
from somebody else who kind of believes that way too.
They're
You
gonna
know,
get a Skip Bayless comment because
right,
that's
right,
the
right,
biggest
right.
LeBron hater there
You
is.
know, but again,
Also, so by Stephen A.
yeah, you never know what celebrities got time today. And
Right.
again, this is just so hilarious because as a man, the last thing I want.
A little ego hit.
Well, I mean, look, I'm secure in my manhood, but I got an ego as well. So
Yeah.
the last thing I want to be doing is talking to my wife, having a conversation about who I think she should be talking to on social media because this superstar person has entered into her DMs because of something I said, right?
Right.
It ain't random. It wasn't Drake just jumped in this girl's DMs and said something because she thinks she's attractive or whatever the case may
Would
be.
have never known this lady had her husband not put her in it.
It's me. It's you out here
Mhm,
being a troll and pick
mhm.
the wrong one at the wrong time, and now you are the subject of the internet. So,
Yep.
of course, or maybe not. I'm not going to assume who this lady is and what she may consider, but
I
with
mean,
Drake is he's one of these type of
he's
dudes
top
that
tier he's what was it? A-list.
he
So, yeah,
and he and according to the stories, he treats women well. He
he
flies them
buys out
places.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll rent
has
out a
dinner on the
whole
baseball field.
yeah
Yeah,
for just for dinner. So he's got the
on a
moves.
Tuesday.
Right. He's got the moves that may
And the
just
resources.
entice some regular old women, or not regular old in the sense that they regular, but a citizen, right? A
A
civilian,
non-celebrity.
yeah, a civilian to actually consider what it would be like if I decided to just chuck you the deuces and go live this life, albeit long or short. It may just be a
Yeah,
fling, but to
yeah,
have that story to say, Miss Drake, actually pay some attention to me,
yeah.
that may be a story that some woman may carry for a long time.
Get your whole family stole over a tweet.
Right,
Dog
right.
too.
Yeah. So I just thought that was interesting because, again, like I
Funny.
said, I know I can't assume, but I just know that some of these celebrities will get on social media and just see all this stuff and be like, you know what? I'm tired of this,
Mhm.
and
Or I wanna have some fun. This is funny, so let me have some
right.
fun.
And pick
Mhm.
and pick your tweet, you being a troll, and decide that this is the target, and you're not going to win
No.
because Drake has however many
Legions of
million
fans.
followers,
Yeah.
and our lust to go viral will have me talking about it on my
Mhm.
show about technology, about
Yeah.
your tweets and
Yep.
Drake and your girl and your wives DMs.
Yep.
So be careful out there when you talking to people, who you talking to, because they
Right.
may have time and you may not want
They
those
may have the
problems.
time.
All
Yep.
right.